Tonight's readings are all about temptation, and the timing is appropriate for us as we enter one of the most difficult stretches of the school year. Most every one of us is tired at the end of winter. We are tired of the weather and the cold. We might be tired of our roommates or classmates or colleagues, or all of the small, tedious, unpleasant tasks that life together demands of us in a residential community. We have lived through almost exactly 40 academic days since we returned from the Christmas holiday, which is the same period of time that Jesus spent in the wilderness before his adversary and accuser shows up to tempt him. This is an important detail in the story because temptation is most powerful when we are tired. Every one of you has probably experienced the mental and spiritual exhaustion which can hit you at 9:30 at night, almost to the end of study hall with just one last homework assignment to do, and a decision before you of whether or not you're going to finish study hall well and complete it that night, or brush it off to finish it during consultation the next day. It is most difficult to stay disciplined when we are tired at the end of a long day. And after 40 days of academic classes, just like Jesus' 40 days in the wilderness, most of us are tired. And just like with Jesus, our own adversary and accuser will show up and tempt us this week. Just a few more video games or episodes of Netflix, the adversary will whisper into our ears when we know that we should be working. Enjoy some comfort and relaxation. We deserve it. It's been a long winter, and I'm tired and ready for a break. This is indeed a season of temptation, a season in which we are tempted at every turn to take the easy wrong over the hard right. Now, temptation is all about deception. Things are tempting to us because they seem easy, more pleasing than a truth that we do not want to face. After all, if they were not more desirable, temptations would not be temptations at all. Which one of you boys would not be tempted if Dr. Holsey stood up here right now and said you can begin spring break early and you'll be guaranteed an A on all of your exams? Sounds pretty good, right? Tempting. This would be the easy way out. And it would also be a lie. Because an A that is not earned is simply a deception. A lie to the world that we have substance when, in truth, there is only an empty transcript. The temptation to think is, oh, that would be better. But in fact, we'd be lying to ourselves and to the world that we did something that we didn't do. There is nothing worth doing in life that is not hard. I'm going to say that again. There is nothing worth doing in life that is not hard. This is what Jesus understood when he was tempted in the wilderness. By saying no to the temptations of his accuser, Jesus was saying yes to torture and crucifixion. He knew what was coming. And he didn't want to go through it any more than you boys want to go through exams. And so perhaps in a small and less significant way, torture and crucifixion is what some of you might feel awaits you this week. And in a much smaller way, each one of us is offered in this season of temptation a choice that is similar to the one that Jesus faced. We will acknowledge the difficulty and forge ahead come what may. Or will we succumb to temptation and deceive ourselves into thinking that the easy wrong has the same substance as the hard right. I believe that every one of us has been called to Woodberry to learn what the hard right is, what it feels like, what it looks like, what it demands of us. And this week, we all have an opportunity to learn just that. We can work hard to the end. We can face our shortcomings with honesty. We can fight hard and study without fear of failure, knowing that failure is a real possibility. And if we learn to do that, then we might just come to experience the truth towards which Jesus points to us in the wilderness. Amen.